Alright, so this is Chris. We're going to round 2, or we're in round 2. This hand's a keeper. I actually forgot that I had Disciple the Old Ways in my deck. Well, this is a keeper. It's fine. It's Disciple with a Common Bond trick into eventually a Steeple Rock and a Tristani's Judgment. Alright, we're coming up against another pseudo mirror. I'll lead off with the planes, of course. So another reason that I lead off with planes in this type of deck is the Sunspire Griffin. I had forgotten about that in the previous game. Ooh, experiment 1, eh? Alright, that's a thing. So let's just go with our old Disciple. Gonna want to draw a island at some point for that Urban Evolution, but there's no rush on it yet, especially if he's leading off the Disciple. I'm not going to block Experiment 1 here. I'm going to save it until I have Common Bond up. Especially if he's doing that. Ugh. It's going to be a big dude. And that is certainly a brutal turn 3 play. Yeah, we're just going to leave up Common Bond here. Hopefully we can kill the Renegade Crazies with Common Bond. It'll sort of be a 2-for-1 on myself, but the guy is a big enough problem that I kind of need to do it. Just get rid of him while I can. Yeah, especially if he's doing these super evolved shenanigans. Ugh, man, that is a brutal play. Now I have to deal with a 4-4 Experiment 1 and a 4-3 Renegade Crazies. I don't know that I can really beat this draw. Can I? Well, it's going to be rough. But we're going to try. Yeah, we are just going to block the Crazies. Yeah, I have to 2-for-1 myself, but hopefully that slows him down enough to where I can recover. Seems unlikely, but alright, well, the Centaur's Herald can, like, chump the Experiment 1, then make me a Centaur. That seems okay. Let me stabilize a little bit. Oh, man, he is just not relenting, though. Yeah, we're going to minimize damage here. Block the Experiment 1, crack the Herald. Can play a Steeple Rock to hold off the air. The Centaur's going to hold off the ground a little bit, and I don't know how I'm going to deal with a 4-4 Experiment 1, though. Until the following turn where I can Judgment it. Yeah, so Steeple Rock, pass the turn. Take another 4 from Experiment 1. Hope to draw land to Judgment the Experiment 1. That would be pretty good, too, because then I can populate the Centaur. And the assault is halted effectively. Alright, yep, I'm going down to 8. Kind of expected. So land is the perfect draw. Ugh, that's not land. Can do a Skyjack or a Griffin. If I do the Skyjack, I can double block the Experiment 1 and make him 1/1. I can also do the same thing with the Griffin. I think I'm just going to get the Griffin out. It's the most like mana intensive card. I can play the Skycheck in later turns. This way too, I can double block Griffin and Centaur on my Experiment 1, or Griffin and Steeple Rock, or whatever. Just enough to hold down the fort until I can get Tristani's Judgment or Urban Evolution online. I will certainly block the Experiment 1 this time, even if he can remove counters. You can remove counters regenerate. My creatures don't die, so I am 100% okay with that. Oh my god. Well, that's death. Oh, I'm going to play overloaded Mizium Mortars. Ouch. Well, he certainly had the nut draw right there. I almost recovered, but overloaded Mizium Mortars spells certain death. So, what did I do against this guy? It seemed like he actually didn't have ways to deal with really big creatures. I think it was just unfortunate that I was on the draw there. Being on the play this time, I think I want... My sideboard options are just really not that good with this deck. I feel like Key Runes or Clue Stones, but those are just not very good. Moss Dog might be okay, if not a little slow. I'm certainly going to beat this guy in the air. It's probably going to be the plan, so maybe the Disciple just is not good enough in the face of Evolvers. So let's just go with a Moss Dog instead. And yeah, I think that'll be it. There's been lots of targets for this Deathray Shaman, I think. Where's my stupid Bandicam? There it is. Alright, certainly want to play first. This is another keepable hand. We should have access to all the mana this time, and turn 1, probably Deathray Shaman. I can actually get in there for some damage. And this guy's got lots of neat fixing.